we are back with some more gym tips. This one's for amateurs. So we've done beginners, doing amateurs. Next one we'll probably do experienced. Off the bat, I think the best tip for amateurs, well, the first tip we're going to go through is breaking that plateau. You've been in the gym for a little bit now, say amateurs, what, two years we'll say? You might be plateauing at this point. How you break that is change it up, change your style, change your intensity, recover more, break that plateau. If you've been in a rut, you've got to do something different. Look at what you're doing. It's obviously worked for you before. It's stopped working now. Now's the time where you need to switch it up and try something new. New type of training, either back off, go more intense. Just try something new, but don't try it for a month and then see what happens. Try something new for about 2-3 months. Then you'll see if those changes made a difference. And if they've made a negative difference, go back to what you were doing, get that base back up, and then try something new again. This is all about trial and error. Next up, gym equipment. If you've been new, you probably aren't even focusing too much on all this type of equipment to get and this and that because you're brand new to it. But if you've been in it for a while, you've got things like if you start getting a bit discomfort in joints or whatever, this and that, you might want to start looking at wrist straps, a belt, wrist support, knee sleeves, gym equipment that'll actually help your body if you are doing it for, now that you're coming up to amateur style, you've been doing it for a while, you want some support. And especially if you're being so consistent and regular, but that saying, you do not ever use these things all the time, use them when you need to, such as at your top sets and this and that, or even doing a warm-up with and without your equipment, just to see how your body's feeling. Kind of backing off from the first one, how you break your plateau, say goodbye to newbie gains. Your newbie gains, we all know, we love them. Bye-bye newbie gains. You get that so much progress quickly off the bat, then that plateau will kind of drop off a bit. You should still consistently be making gains, of course, but we all know once you're experienced, those newbie gain days, you love them, but they're for a specific time only. They're not going to last forever. Those newbie gains, bye-bye. Expect the progress to shorten. It's not going to be progress that is a consistent linear. Your progress will be high off the bat, and then it will sort of like taper, but it should always consistently be going up to a certain point, but it's going to fluctuate. Next up, mobility. You do not want to be one of these fucks that can't even reach and scratch behind their own back. Now, aside if you have joint issues, blah, blah, that's not the point. For a normal person, if you're fit and healthy, you should still be trying to be as mobile as you can. I do not understand these type of bodybuilders that will never stretch, never do mobility work, and just walk around with like big lumbering brick shithouses that can't even scratch their own back, or wipe their own ass. Like, stay mobile. It is that important, and also it will actually benefit you in the gym. Consistently putting your muscles in stretched positions will be beneficial for you. Do mobility work, and it will help you recover. It will be, and especially for your tendons and joints, doing them stretches and like being fully stretched out in all kinds of positions is only going to strengthen all the muscles, tendons, joints surrounding everything. Do mobility work. Now is the time. You've done your newbie gains. Now it's time to take it up a level. Also, just going to bounce off that, consistent cardio. Make that as much of a habit as your lifts. And it doesn't really matter what time of day, what you do for cardio. Go for a walk, get on the stairs, just switch up something. Say if you're just a 10-minute, say if you're like a little drive to the shops or whatever, maybe just go for a walk this time, go back. Just change up some things where you're moving about more throughout the day. You don't have to do a whole hour of cardio consistent in the morning or at night. You don't have to do an hour off the bat. Just make it a habit of moving more. Do consistent moving and cardio. Get your body moving around more. That's it. It doesn't have to be full-on incremental. It's just throughout your whole day, make it a habit to move around more. Get the blood flowing. Also, kind of after meals is pretty beneficial for digestion. Just a little 5-minute walk, or move about. Get moving. Keep your blood pumping. Keep the your body working. Don't want to be a couch potato. That's going to hinder everything, all your progress, it will go skyrocket up more if you're doing consistent cardio, moving around more. Right? You're not one of these Olympia athletes that doesn't do cardio, but even then, it's just going to be beneficial if they are doing cardio. Speaking of which, now that you're an amateur or whatever, you've been in the beginning, you've had your beginner gains, all that. Now that the plateau is kind of starting to happen, you're kind of tapering off a bit. It's slowing down the progress. For the love of God, that is all. Stay natural. Stay natural for as long as you can. The only reason you shouldn't be is a personal choice. Like, if you are going to make money off it as a career or you want to compete, like, stay natural. That should never be your first thought of making progress. Oh, I should just hop on gear. People are so, like, it's like they're out of reality. The amount of gains and the amount of progress you can make naturally, and the only thing that will do is make your health just stay consistent for a very long time. That should be the last ever thing you tick off your list. How is your sleep? How is your diet? How is your cardio? How are your supplements? Why do all these people just go, oh, I'll get on gear and then sort that out, and then they wonder why their health is shit? That should be the very last thing you ever do. Stay natural. You are not ready. If you've just been in the gym, you are not ready to even think about that. That should be the very last thing. Everything else should be ticked off, and then it is that. All right. Amateurs, next up. Get some stuff for home. Don't even need a home gym setup, but get stuff for home. There are going to be days and times where you just can't go to a gym. Or if you don't want to go in the gym, be around people, blah, blah, blah. You don't even need much. Just a little pack of dumbbells. Like, we all know those. You don't need a 10 kilo, a 12.5 kilo. You get your adjustable ones, your spin locks, your clip-on ones. Just get a little pack of dumbbells or like a pack of resistance bands. That's all you need, is just tension. Do pull-ups at home or something. You can always find something at home to do for a workout. You don't even need to be at the gym all the time. I've spent most of my life working out outside of gyms, at home gyms, with just whatever weights we had lying around. Just get some equipment for home or something that you can kind of take on the go. Like, bands are so good for that. Just put a couple bands in a bag and leave it there. That is something where you're going to get tension. There's force to be generated there. You can do so much. Okay, here's another, in the entertainment aspect, I recommend people switching from just going on Netflix, Prime, binge, like, instead of watching all these shows and movies that are just whatever, switch to something else. Switch to not gymfluencers, but you know what I mean. Switch to people that are giving you free advice and make that your entertainment. Therefore, you are actually learning something. You're not just getting filtered garbage. You are watching what these people are doing that are better than you, more experienced, more knowledgeable, and that is just going to get into you. And once you find that entertaining, you will actually be learning something. It's kind of why I personally like watching documentaries, like, of course, like animal documentaries, that sort of thing, like, because that interests me. And then like things like Pumping Iron, all those sort of movies and shows, whatever you can watch. But like, get on YouTube, find some gymfluencers, whatever, that kind of engage you, that interest you, and just see what they're doing, and then maybe take up some tips from them. It's kind of like what I'm doing now, if that interests you. But that is a big recommendation I can make. Finding something that entertains you, where you can actually learn from. This is kind of a repetitive one, but accept your body fluctuations daily. You will look completely different over the course of the whole day. Get used to your time in the gym, that hour, 2 hours at the gym being the best you will look at that certain time of day, or right in the morning when you are flushed out, you've been fasted. Accept that your body is going to look different throughout the course of the entire day. Like, you are never going to look that good all the time. Do not make your pump the standard. That is never the standard. It is, you enjoy it. Enjoy the little things while they last. That, like, I always kind of like being covered up. I say that in a tight shirt and singlet, but you look completely different, especially when you're getting leaner with a pump than without it. You cannot make that in your mind that that's how you want to look 24/7. It is ridiculous, because that's when people start taking steroids. And then that just keeps on going, next level. You have to be comfortable with being flat, being a bit puffy, being watery. It is normal. It is natural. That is how bodies are. They will consistently fluctuate and change over the course of the day. It's okay. You are not going to look like a Greek god 24/7, okay? Guys, relax. Be humble. Like, your body is an interesting thing. It'll just look completely different depending on what you're doing. After a meal, you get bloated. Your hormones, they could be gone, blah, blah, blah. Especially with how women, with their hormones, especially on periods, like the bloating. It's normal. It's okay. Get that fucking shit out of your mind. It's okay. Your body is going to fluctuate. You're going to have water weight, bloating, puffy face, depending on what your diet's like. It is fine. Do not make your peak your standard. It is your peak for a reason. You enjoy that time while it is there. That is why you go extra hard in the gym, because you know, this pump, I'm going to look the best I am today. Go extra hard, so see how good you can look. After that, I'm going to finish it off with the last tip. Have fun. Stay having fun. Enjoy it. You might be getting so mentally frustrated with your newbie gains going. You've been going from beginner to amateur now, so been in it for a while. You cannot get misguided by the slowing of progress and that hindering your mentality and getting all depressed and anxious and just throwing in the towel and putting less effort in. No, you cannot do that. The fact of you staying mentally positive is going to have a greater impact on your body than you being so angry and frustrated. That stress is actually going to hinder you. If you want to make more gains, the best thing you can do is avoid mental stress. Get happy. Be okay with the progress taking a while, because the fact of the matter is you want to do it for as long as you can anyway. So why not enjoy the process? Enjoy the grind. Once you enjoy that, enjoy the work for what you're doing. You got to love what you're doing. If you hate it, and if you hate something, but you're forcing yourself to do it, you're not going to be doing as good as if you just enjoy it, because then you're willingly going to do it. You are happy about doing it, and then that positive impact mentally is going to actually have a positive impact on your body, because mental stress affects the body. Do your best to just be happy. Have some positivity about it. Be thankful that you are actually in a position where you get to go and work out. There are that many people that are in the worst possible situations imaginable. People that are starving. There are people that are dying. There are people in war-torn countries. If you are blessed enough to even be watching this, or blessed enough to even be able to go to a gym in the first place, it's kind of, yeah, it's not like you don't have a right to be unhappy or upset about. We've all got there are mental health issues, of course, but it's like, keep that in the back of your mind, sort of thing. Whereas, be thankful. I'm so thankful I'm in a position where I get to do this thing that I like to do. I get to go and move my body around. I get to challenge myself physically. And not only that, you're challenging yourself mentally, pushing yourself harder than you did the previous day. Make it about progress, not only mental, physical, but both combined. And in that sort of sense, it will get you spiritually too. Gym tips, done. Boom. See you for push tomorrow.